when we all come together and just bring in the charity love, there's no going back. It's the best thing in the world.
My passion for this stems from when two of my kids were born, they had to spend a lot of time in the hospital.
As many of you know, Extra Life began in 2008 in memory of Victoria Enman. At that time, it was a local fundraiser for Texas Children's Hospital, where Tori fought her cancer.
At Victoria's house. Bye!
My name is Joellen Inman, and I'm Tori's mom. And this game is not over.
Some families, the game is just beginning. We've got a long ways to go. That road is a long road.
This is your Extra Life money in action.
CHOC is actually building an entire wing dedicated to children's mental health.
I play video games. I raise money for Extra Life.
I am streaming for Amy.
El 100% de ese dinero se queda local en tu hospital o fundación a la que tú representes.
Extra Life Super Mega Ultra Charity Live Stream Extravaganza of Awesomeness.
And whoa.
Oh my god, it's the Matrix.
Oh.
That was very loud. I saw Into the Matrix.
Wow. Okay. I can't believe that worked. Alright. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is going. Alright. Welcome anybody that's watching us this evening. This is Pandemic Legacy Season 1 for Extra Life. We're playing through the entire first season, and it's we're up to month of April, and we're just getting set up here. So with me, I'm Dave Iannotti. With me, I've got Mike Winters. I don't know. Do you guys care if you have your names announced or not? No. Okay, cool. I got Mike Winters with me, Mike Marino, and Danny Marino, right?
Occasionally, Danny's not playing tonight. She'll be in and out.
Okay, cool.
Torturing me as necessary.
Awesome. All right. So the state of the board, state of affairs, is we're about to start the month of April. We got our butts whooped in the month of March, losing both attempts. So one thing that we're asking for is folks would consider making a donation. That'll help us with our funding levels. It'll get us more cards that will help us out. Maybe we'll even say that donations will get some cubes off the board for us, which will make the game easier for us.
Oh, that would be great.
But we'll still somehow manage to find a way to screw it up. Don't worry.
We're actually fairly decent at this.
Yeah, we only lost.
Came close.
We're 50-50. You know, we're 50-50 so far.
Everything is very good.
I can't do anything about it, Wendy.
That second round, we won.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
if we hadn't lost, we would have won.
Yeah.
Yes. If we could have held on for about 3 minutes.
Cool. All right, so I've already laid out most of the pieces, so we're just going to get started. The legacy card is draw this just before your first setup in April. So, carry on. Complete 2 of the 3 standing objectives.
Okay.
So, nothing new, or nothing worse. But then the next card is draw this card as soon as the second epidemic card has been completely resolved. Oh boy. All right. So we're going to take the little handy dandy reminder thing, which I thought I'd never need again. Turns out I do. And we're going to put this somewhere. Second epidemic card.
Do you need a coin?
What?
Do you need a coin?
No, I don't need a coin. No, just this. I'm putting this reminder coin here, so the second epidemic card would be there. So as a reminder to...
With my luck, that'll be my second turn.
Yeah, or mine.
It's very blue.
Can't do anything about it. I'm just happy to have sound.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let's see. So here in the setup, break out setup markers and pieces, place objectives, cure markers and objectives, place infection rate marker and infect 9 cities. All right. So I've already shuffled this. So top 3 get 3 cubes each. And we have Algiers, we have Moscow, and we've got Khartoum. Yikes.
Having trouble. I feel like we should start St. Petersburg, but that's just a guess.
Next 3 each get 2, and we've got Delhi, we've got London, and we've got Tehran. This is
Those black cubes are not our friends right now.
they are not. Ooh, man, we have a chain here. That is not a good thing. And London.
Just for funsies.
Last 3 get 1 each. We have Bangkok, Jakarta, and Kolkata. Wow. Jakarta.
I'm pulling rank and saying we're starting St. Petersburg.
Yeah, I think that's no arguments here.
And I'm the medic again.
I think what we gotta do is instead of focusing on eradicating, while eradicating is good, we don't need to clear all of them. All we have to do is find the cures for them.
Correct.
Or eradicate one, right?
Yeah, I mean we've.
Well, let's see how this goes because when we are assigned cards, I think we should start in St. Petersburg because if nothing else, I start moving and I can cure 2 cities. I could cure Moscow and Tehran right away.
Yeah, but it depends on what's going on.
But again, so we've got 3 players, not 4, correct? Okay. All right. So then select.
Both players suffering a bout of the sleepies.
You. All right. So we have. I'm not sure which is the better camera to use. So we have four funded events that we get to choose from. Now, I was reviewing some of the rules. We don't... So, like, we can't play these event cards in the middle of, like, an epidemic card or, like, the infection card. So, like, we have to resolve everything before we can play any of the funded events. So, like, last time, I think we took cubes off the board, like, to avoid an outbreak. Technically, we're not supposed to be able to do that. So, but sure, like it helped us, you know. Not by much. So, anyway, so we've got 4 things to choose from, and we got quite a few. All right, I'm saying we don't need the assignment. Let me see, which is the better camera to use here. I'm not sure which is the better camera to use. Rank amateur. All right. One Quiet Night is always a good one. If we've got the...
That one can be played between infect and intensify and infect. It says so.
Not One Quiet Night. Well, it says skip infect cities step. So yeah.
Does it say can be played during an epidemic?
Skip the next infect cities step. So we would have... Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There is one here that does state something like that. Do we think we're going to need a research station?
Research station? Probably not.
That's kind of my thinking.
Where else would we put one?
I don't know. Maybe. Or
Africa.
Yeah, like North Africa. Okay, so this one, I was thinking about this last time, and this one actually could be really handy. This actually could have been very useful for when last time when we had those yellow cards that we couldn't use. So I don't know. I'd say a maybe for that one. I don't know. What?
If Mayo, you had that card, not if Dave's got it, you've got all those yellow cards. Doesn't help.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be best for like somebody that actually has a bunch of yellow cards. Although, actually, well, yeah, discard 1 to 3 cards in your hand, and the active player gets.
Player, so I could have dropped like 5 yellows. Dave,
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
a whole bunch of extra turns.
Yeah. So, okay. Now this one might actually be useful for us.
It's the military version of
The military version.
government grant.
What? Based on the state of the board, do we think we're eradicating or building bases?
Do we have a permanent military base somewhere?
We have one. We have one in Sao Paulo.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say probably not the airlift. I don't know. I really don't know. Should I just do like random choices? No. Okay.
Local initiative. What's that?
Local initiative. Local initiative.
Marker on any 2 cities on the board.
Correct.
Can we put like 3 of them on card 2?
Just stack them up.
Maybe resilient resilient population.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. So
Get the cartoon out of there because we can't do anything
yeah.
with those cubes.
So that leaves us. So okay. So if we say these 2 definitely, these are like the maybes. I don't know how we feel about the rest of these.
What about remote treatment?
Remote treatment. That's 2 disease cubes off the board. That we thought that was going to help us last time.
It did. It slowed it down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, I was thinking that one too.
So, yay.
Yay for me, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. I'm not sure. We have forecast, which is look at the top 6 infection cards. Yes, and rearrange them. We have quarantine markers, and we have borrowed time, so 2 extra actions.
Borrowed time, you have to have it the exact right time, because if you have it too early, it's just eating up your stuff, and you get it too late, it's worthless.
Yeah.
I kind of...
Not that.
Okay. I kind of agree with that. I don't know. I don't feel like there's a bad choice between these two.
It also depends. Are we trying to build military bases or not?
We have. And I guess we won't really know until we get our starting hands as to what makes sense to do. I mean, we have theoretically, we've got a shot of eradicating blue, and maybe even red, maybe. Black's going to be, it's going to be awful to deal with. Yeah. So, and that's just the state of the board right now. If we get like a string of blues, then all that's going to change. So,
Fluid situation.
As much as I want to eradicate stuff, I feel like the military bases is the safer strategy. It's like one that you have more control of, maybe, kind of. Especially if you've got the ops expert.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, here's a question. I've already picked that I'm going to be the medic again.
Okay.
Medic!
Just kidding.
But what about what you two are going to be?
If we're going for eradicate, researcher and scientist again. If we're going for, or at least scientist, one of us. If we're going for the bases, one of us should be the ops expert. Someone should be the quarantine person. Somebody. We're going to have to keep quarantining cartoon.
Well, then if we're going to do that, then I think the local initiative, no. Because that'll make it a bit redundant. So it narrows it down to these 3. I don't know. Like.
Your call, Sir David. Your call.
All right. If it's my call, then I say.
I'll always do it in random.
Dave, lay them face down on the board.
Face down on the board.
Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 3. 3. It's the far right one.
We got forecast.
All right, then.
Okay. Thanks, Alexa.
You are welcome.
All right. So, shuffle all of this in.
Hello for a nephew.
And we're getting 3 cards each. 1 more.
So what's our plan? Are we eradicating or are we building?
I think we're going to find out. I mean, before I do this, let me make sure I got this right. Prepare the player deck. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, teal player, which is me. All right. I got 2 reds and a black. I got Baghdad, Shanghai, and Manila. White, whoever that's going to be. You've got Lagos, you got Mumbai, and you got Algiers. And Mocha, you've got Bangkok, you've got the funded event, remote treatment, and Chennai.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't know.
Hey, Dave, what do I have again?
Which one do you want? Which color do you want to be? You want to be white?
Yeah, I'll be white again.
Okay, so you've got Lagos, Mumbai, and Algiers. Okay. All right. So, starting the player deck. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, what do you have?
Chennai, Bangkok, and remote treatment.
And what is Dave?
I've got Shanghai, Shanghai.
Manila.
Yep.
So Dave's all red.
And 1 black.
And 1 black. Baghdad is black.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you said Bangkok.
Bangkok is me.
Oh, okay. And I've got 2 blocks.
And I have 1 black.
So we actually have a decent starting hand.
Decent, yeah.
Ish.
I kind of wish there was more blue, but I think curing red is a possibility. Okay. So if I'm the scientist, then if I draw a 3rd red card, then we will have cured red. Like as soon as I draw the red card.
We can play this game. I can be the researcher, give you the red card immediately, or you can take it immediately.
And that
we can cure red right there.
right. Okay. So that gets us an early success. Then we just gotta hope and pray that we get it.
If we pull this off, Mike can eradicate red if he's the medic in the first turn.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
How?
If we can get the cure before you go. If we can get the cure before you go. You go from St. Petersburg to Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
How do I go to Hong Kong?
Down 1.
How do I go to Hong Kong?
The research station.
Oh, this research station in Hong Kong.
Yep.
Yes. We have 1 in Atlanta, 1 in St. Petersburg, and 1 in Hong Kong.
Okay, sorry. When I set up my board, I thought we had 1 in Hong Kong.
Which is why I didn't understand how you were getting that.
Because I'm like, no matter how I do it, I can only get the fuck out.
But does it make sense now?
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Let's do that then.
Okay. So we then have our standard crew of the scientist, the researcher, and the medic.
You really like playing the medic, don't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Focus on more than just, we need to focus on more than just removing cubes and eradicating. If we're going to eradicate, we pick 1 to eradicate, the rest we just hold off till we have cures.
Well,
now, the only bad thing about this is how are we going to handle cartoon?
we'll get back to you on that one. So this says remove 2 disease cubes from the board. So theoretically, maybe
We could, yes.
could. It's not a great solution.
Cartoon.
quarantine session, so there's no quarantine in the tournament.
No, but we can.
There is, but no remote quarantining.
That is
We can
correct.
each quarantine the city that we are in.
Yeah, that is a true statement. We can each quarantine, we just can't launch a quarantine missile. And there's no other setups. We get no win bonus. So now we just figure out who starts.
I can do that.
You want to? Shall we have Alexa do it?
I was going to pull out a dice and do that.
I like Alexa.
Okay, Alexa. So
Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 3. 1.
Perfect.
So it's a scientist. Okay. Just making sure I missed it. Didn't miss anything. Win bonus. Yep. Nope. Okay. Action 1. I am taking this from you, and we have cured red, right? Because it need not be a player who shares knowledge with you and who can take any one of your city cards, right? So, and I have no relationship with anybody, so, and I'm the scientist. I need one fewer card. Red costs 4 to cure. -1 is 3. So yeah, red is cured. Oh no, cured, not eradicated. That's action 1. Action 2, I guess.
Wasn't action 1 to get the card?
Action 1 is to get the card. Yes.
And action 2 would be to cure it?
Nope. Because it doesn't take an action. Because we've weakened it that much. Okay, so then I've got 3 moves left. I could. Let me see here.
Can you take the black card too?
Yeah, sure. You don't need it. So that's 2.
My job is to be a card handoff.
Yeah. So now I'm halfway to curing black. Where are we, St. Peter's?
I'm sitting on 2 black cards.
You are sitting on 2 black cards, but for me to take your stuff, we have to be in that city. So you have Mumbai and Algiers. So there's Mumbai, there's Algiers.
Now, here's a question. Who goes next?
You do.
Shit.
Eradicate red.
Hey, switch seats with me.
I'm in a different state.
Because if you went next, you could take my 2 black cards.
There we go. We're just switching flight schedules. Okay. Okay, so I still have 2 actions left. I could. Okay, so you don't need me to land in like Algiers or any place, right?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm going to the other side of the globe.
Okay, so I could go to Moscow, and yeah, I could go to Moscow and treat once or twice even. So let's see, 2. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many did you take? 1 cube?
Just 1 cube. So I got the 3. I got the 3 off of Moscow. Or I got the 1 cube out of Moscow. Okay. All right. Drawing 2 cards. Hua! Oh, okay. 3. I got Delhi, and Hua, Mexico City. All right. So yeah, give me 1 black card, and we've cured black, which would be fan-frickin-tastic. All right.
He can't. It needs to go through me.
Infecting 2 cities. We've got Bogota, which is somewhere. There we go. Yep. And next one is Taipei. Okay. That is the scientist. Now we go to the researcher.
Okay.
Which card are you taking? Mumbai or Algiers?
If we're blitzing cures,
I just need 1.
if that is the game plan, then action 1, I'll take one of his black cards.
Does it matter which one?
I don't care.
Okay, let's get rid of Mumbai. Okay, you want to take Algiers. All right, so you've taken Algiers. That's 1 action.
That's
2.
Handed off.
3.
That's 3.
Uh-huh.
And
you.
treat for 4. Now, do we want me to use my card and get 2 cubes out of cartoon?
I don't think. I'd say not yet. In fact, gosh, we're actually, man, we're.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. Okay. That was all your actions. No, I don't think we use this yet. Okay. So 1 is Kinshasa. It's a yellow. And okay, we're all right. We're okay. Okay.
It's not actually my fault.
We're okay. All right. So new card is Paris. Paris gets 3. Where is Gay Perry? There we go. Take these. Take and we shuffle.
You're the only one among the 3 of us that knows geography, right?
Okay. So that's that. Now, do we use this?
Exactly what I said before.
Do we use this now? The areas on so I think the big lesson that we've learned from previous games is break up the 3s anytime you can. Oh, especially this. You know what? This I don't like. I really don't like this. This is bad. Having two of the same, 2 opposing colors and 3s right next to each other. I think that's really bad.
Use it.
Use it. Okay. All right.
Pray the cartoon doesn't happen.
Okay. So that's that. Okay. Now we took, that's 1 out of Paris.
1 from
Algiers. Okay. Drawing 2 cards. We've got Jakarta goes to 2, and Taipei goes to 2.
That is the best it could have possibly been.
That's Mocha. Now we're at white with the medic. Medic!
Okay. I am taking a direct flight from research station to research station. I'm in Hong Kong.
1.
Direct flight, shuttle flight.
Shuttle flight, whatever. Dave, did I add a power
You did.
to my car?
Yes. You can.
You need to read it to me.
You can heal bomb. Once per turn, you may treat disease in a city connected to your city.
Okay. I am heal bombing Taipei. Taipei is cured.
So that's 2.
I think it would be, which is fine. That's 3. Move to Bangkok. Cured. Jakarta. Cured. We just eradicated.
Yeah! Take that!
No more red cards. No
All right.
more red cards.
And
Scared the cat of my singing and or dancing.
by the way, Dave,
Yes.
you have how many black cards?
I have 4 black cards, which is enough to cure black.
Right, which means I start moving backwards. I can cure Jakarta, Delhi, and Tehran on my next turn.
Don't plan your turns ahead of us knowing what happens.
So, let's see, what did we just do? So we need to draw your cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. You've got St. Petersburg, which is good. Let me try to spread your cards out here so we can all see. And Washington. Okay. Not bad. All right. So reds don't count, although I don't think we have too many reds in here. We have Algiers. Ooh. Ooh. And we have Bangkok. Nothing. Nothing happened. Okay, so now we're back to scientist. So, 1, 2, and black is cured. So I've got 2 more moves.
Fly to Hong Kong for. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna. I really wish I could treat somewhere, but I think what I'm gonna do is position myself in Paris, or either Paris or London, because one of those is probably gonna get a cube. 3. I don't know, 4 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm in London. Does anybody think I did something incredibly stupid?
No, that's just Danny sneezing.
Nope. Okay. Let me just check out our. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with our feed. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're even still broadcasting. But in any event.
By the way, Dave, I was missing out on not being able to read your narrative this week.
I'm sorry. I figured there was no need to write a narrative because it was on video. But if it is sorely missed, I will try harder next time. Let's see. Oh, we are still broadcasting, so that's good. I just can't see anything. All right. Okay, so I ended up in London, so I'm drawing 2 cards. So I got Istanbul, not Constantinople, and Riyadh. Not real. Although these could be helpful if I need to get somewhere quickly. Maybe. Might actually not be bad to drop a research base somewhere, but in any event. Okay. Okay. So medic is not anywhere.
Location away from St. Petersburg.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the one that's? Never mind. We'll get there.
Okay. Drawing 2 infection cards. We've got Tehran, which goes to 3, and Khartoum, which just blew up. So Dink.
Put a scar on Khartoum.
Yep. That's.
Kinshasa, Lagos, and Cairo.
Yep. So that gets a 1. And that's our first outbreak. Not much we can do about that, although... Oh, boy. All right, so now we need those blue cards. I think that's all our draws. Okay, researcher. Mocha.
Go where I am, or treat where I am. I'm sorry.
So, 1.
Moscow's cured.
2-3 to Algiers. Treat.
And these all come off.
Yep.
Okay. Because was Algiers in here? Yeah, it is, yes. But still. Okay. Let's hope you draw some blue cards. Hua! Nope. Karachi. And Chicago. Okay. So the question is, who are you going to pass it to? But we'll get to that.
We'll figure it out.
Next cards, we've got London. Oh, look what just happened, and look who's already there. And Delhi. Yeah, Delhi does go to 3. Okay, so we'll have to deal with that now. But,
don't worry about it.
Yep, I know. Okay, medic!
1, Bangkok.
1.
2, Kolkata, cured. 3, Delhi, cured. 4, Tehran, cured.
Did we just?
Oh, by the way,
we just eradicated black? Holy crap! That's freaking awesome.
Don't curse it, David.
Oh, but I so want to say things right now. Wow, that's really Okay, no, I mean, that's really awful. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so 2 cards to the medic. We got Beijing. So you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be your 6th card. Madrid.
I should only need 4 cards.
Who had Laga? 1.
Just drew 2, Mike.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He told me that I was at 6 cards without telling me my second card.
Sorry, I said you will be at 6. So you have you drew Madrid and Beijing. So you have 3 blues now. The researcher has your 4th.
He needs 5, so do I.
Yeah. If there's...
What's my relationship again? Who's my
So I kind of messed this... So you're actually co-workers with Expert McExpertface.
I forgot about Expert.
Yeah, Mr. Expert, who's not in this game. But you may share knowledge with a coworker as long as one of you is in the city of the card that is being passed. So the researcher may pass any card. So consider, like, you could remote pass. You know, if one of you was in the city, you're just like, hey.
The Expert.
Yeah. Okay. But, all right, so that was your 2 cards. All right, so we're drawing 2 infection cards. We've got Paris, which just no, didn't blow up. Went to 3. And Kolkata, nothing. All right. Back to the scientist. I am...
Dave,
Yeah.
Clear 1 from clear 2 from London.
And one from Paris.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a boring turn for me, but not really much else. Yep. Because something's probably... Ooh, what do we think? Is there a green card in here? All right, we have Kolkata and Buenos Aires. Not helpful.
I'm going to draw it again, because I always draw.
Not helpful.
You have. I think you've drawn every epidemic card.
Not helpful. Okay, infection cards. We've got Moscow, nothing happens, and Bogota goes to 2. That's the scientist. Now we go to the Mocha researcher.
Okay.
Louisa Jenner.
Mike. Yeah. The cities are around you. Where can we meet so that we can trade blue cards?
Well,
I am currently in Tehran.
Yeah.
I am 2 away from St. Petersburg.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Or I'm 4 from you.
Well, he's 3, so
3 of you.
so you could get.
Because I'm gonna go to Khartoum and quarantine.
Okay, good idea. So 1, 2, 3.
Quarantine. How far are you from? I think I have Karachi. Is that what that says, Dave?
You have Karachi. So you could.
How far are you from Karachi, Mike?
1. He's 1 away. So you're burning Karachi. Fly directly there, and so now you're right next door. Okay.
Epidemic.
Miami. Sunny Miami. Epidemic. Essen! Ooh! All right. Okay. Good stuff. But we know what's coming next. All right, so we've got New York. All right, now we're digging into the new cards.
Epidemic's coming.
Yep. And now we've got Istanbul, not Constantinople, and nothing happens.
Istanbul, not Constantinople, not a problem.
Medic!
Okay?
Yes.
So I'm assuming I'm going to Karachi.
1.
No, drive the next part of my action because I don't understand your powers.
So
Okay. So
basically, he could,
you're going to give me 3 cards.
or just 2.
Why? No, 3.
Why? Oh, yeah, yes. Okay. So 1, 1, 2, 3.
And Petersburg, Washington, and Madrid are over with you now.
Yep.
Yep.
And that was your turn, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you got a full hand. Okay.
I can scurry myself up to St. Petersburg and cure flu for this epidemic.
Oh, New York. Escape from New York. And... Wow! Okay, something's going on here.
Don't curse it.
Chennai, nothing happens. And Lima gets 1, I think. Where's Lima? Lima gets 1. Back over to the scientist. Okay, so you guys have... Alright, so basically we just need to hold off until your turn.
Might as well clear both of Paris. Go to London, clear that.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think we'll probably just get rid of the 2 in Paris. Or at least the 1.
Okay, that's 2 actions.
1, 2... Yeah, I'll just do that and then go to London and take that.
Yeah.
Um...
Because, I mean, you can't do fellow, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay.
You have to draw the thing for the second thing.
So, now we do this thing.
Bam! You didn't draw.
I did not. You were right.
This is the first time ever.
No, Dave drew one on the first one.
Alert! Coda has mutated again. Let me see. Coda has mutated again. Producing frightening results. Victim's skin turns translucent, showing the viscera and tissue beneath. Even worse, these faded often experience periods of great rage, attacking anything within sight. They are agitated and confused during these times, often hallucinating and exhibiting bizarre and abnormal behavior. After these aggressive After these aggressive periods, the faded are normal in demeanor, although horrible to behold. And then there's a bunch of crap that I gotta do. Okay.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Yep. You talk amongst yourselves. Talk. All right. So we're gonna go to an intermission, folks. We're gonna go to an intermission. Okay, so we're back, and now we're going to start opening some doors. So we start with opening door number R. Oh. Let's see. Door number R. Where are you? I just saw you. There you are. Okay. Door number R. Whatever. Faded cities. Ugh. Oh, I hate this mechanic. Oh, I hate this mechanic. All right.
Dude, I've never made you. You guys all have to, tell me what's going on.
Bad stuff. We're
bad stuff. The faded are bad.
Let's just say that it's very good that we're as close to winning as we are. And this goes here. So, faded cities. From now on, place faded figures instead of coda cubes, including during game setup. Cities will change into faded cities as faded figures appear in them. Before placing faded figures onto a city, mark the city as a faded city using the stickers that follow, if it doesn't already have a faded city sticker. Replace all coda cubes in the city, if any, with faded figures. Then proceed normally, triggering an outbreak if you would need to place a fourth faded figure. And we now have top secret clearance. We open box number 3. Thank you, my lovely assistant. Oh.
Hi, Wendy.
Zombies.
Hi, gentlemen.
It's the faded zombies.
Who's she talking to? She said gentlemen.
Zombies. I am faded. See, you can't see me. I'm out of focus. Ah.
Well, you can see me. You can see more of me than you really should. That's the problem. Right? Aren't you translucent?
Yes, something like that. Okay, that was R.
I prefer the term opaque.
I prefer to be opaque.
All right. That was R. Now we find U. They're looking for you. Where are you?
Where are you?
Looking for you in all the wrong places.
Convert adjacent cities. If a faded city outbreaks into any city, even one that's a different color than the codavirus, mark that city as a faded city. This city will now produce faded figures instead of cubes of its original disease. When cities of other diseases outbreak into a faded city, place cubes as per the normal rules. So the faded are going to be spreading. So yeah, we want this game to end quickly before this really gets out of hand. Okay, that's that. Then we've got E. E. Opening up E. Number E.
Letter.
Number E.
Letter.
It's a letter. Sesame Street now. Starting turns with faded figures. When you begin your turn, if your pawn is in a city with one or more faded figures, take one scar and add it to your character card. Remember, if you cannot add a scar, your character is lost. So just starting in a city with faded figures will get you a scar.
Isn't that what you're really good at getting, Mike? Winter?
Yes, he is very good at those.
What? Sorry. My
Get-
name froze.
Getting scars.
Usually it only happens in Beijing, though.
By the way, again, we're raising money for Extra Life. There's a Facebook fundraiser. If there should be a button close by, please consider making a donation. All proceeds benefit Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, specifically the Child Life Services group. Let's see. Now we go to letter S. Letter S. Where are you? Where are you? Where is that S? Where is that S? S. Here we go. We got S all over the place. All right. Now we have when adding faded figures to a city with a quarantine marker, remove the quarantine marker instead. If you're unable to place the number of faded figures actually needed on the board, you lose the game. So basically similar rules as for regular cubes. It's just there's a lot more faded. And they can... Yeah.
Well, not really.
Yeah. And this goes...
Once the city is faded, that's all it makes, right?
That's all it ever makes.
So the real issue is if it outbreaks into say a black city or a blue city, then those cities become faded and they make faded.
Yep.
Which, oh, by the way, it has.
But, well, we gotta, I think that's only if we add new stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think Cairo converts to a faded city just because of the yellow cube.
I thought it said it mutated
We'll look at...
the yellow cubes turn into fadeds.
We'll review this before we move on. Okay, then we've had letter V, and we're halfway through this card. Okay, if you are unable to place the number of faded figures actually needed on the board, you lose the game. Well, okay. We already knew that. Roll sticker V. I'm going to be eager to go back and review all of this because I've got, you guys can't see it, but I've got like some extra graphics and stuff on here. I do have an address down below, but it's obscured by the map. So there is an address there, but there's also the Facebook fundraiser that should be on my profile page. So if anybody's watching, please consider making a donation. Okay, door number 29.
That is a number.
That is a number. Apply this sticker over Coda. Okay, more yuckiness. Okay, Coda 403C cannot be treated or cured. Place faded figures instead of cubes and convert infected cities to faded cities. Again, we'll review this before we have to make a bunch of revisions. And then, yes, we want to end this game very quickly. Number 36. Where are you?
Oh, I should take a couple extra turns before making it to the research station.
Okay, now we have faded city markers. The first city to gain a faded figure is City 0. Place this sticker on that city, and then we have faded city stickers for after that. So that's 36. Then 33 is here. More faded city stickers. I want to say we will probably need them. Then we have 31. Almost done. Almost done. So look, more scars. Scars. We won't go through these, but maybe we'll need them. Maybe we won't. And lastly, we've got 16. 16. Where are you? Sweet 16. There we go. Sweet 16. What's going to happen? Game end upgrades. Airstrike. Remove one faded figure from any city. Okay. Well, as a unfunded event, so we'd have to use this as a.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's everything. All right. So now,
David,
yes.
what happened with all of our yellow cities right now?
I think right now, nothing. I think. Are
you sure?
That's all the storyline stuff. I think nothing happens, but if we have to put more stuff on...
Well, what I was asking was, do all those cities now become faded automatically and they just get replaced?
When we start drawing yellow cards, when we start drawing yellow cities to infect, we will start putting the faded figures down, not the yellow cubes anymore. Basically, the yellow cubes are done. We're not going to be using them anymore. As for what's a faded city right now, I don't think anything automatically becomes a faded city until we start putting faded figures in. But let's take a look here. From now on, place faded figures instead of coded cubes, including game setup. Cities will change into faded cities as figures appear on them. Before placing faded figures onto a city, mark the city as a faded city using stickers that follow. Replace all coded cubes in the city with faded figures. So we don't do anything right now. Right?
That replace all of them?
That's before placing faded figures onto the city.
Okay.
Then proceed normally, triggering an outbreak if you would need to place a fourth faded figure.
Okay, so nothing happens, and I should mosey on along and take my time getting to the research station, right?
Where did we leave off?
It's...
Whose turn is it? Okay, but so that was...
You draw one more card?
I don't remember.
We haven't even done the infect cities yet.
No, we haven't. No, so we did...
We haven't done the epidemic, you're right.
We've done the epidemic, but they only have one city with 3 people.
Well, so, but something, we had an outbreak. We had an outbreak somewhere.
That was a turn, that was...
Oh, no. You're right. That was triggered by this. Okay. So, okay. Now we actually have to do the epidemic. Okay, so potentially now we can start adding faded figures, which we don't. Nothing happens because it's Cairo and it's a black card and it's eradicated, so screw that. Okay, take all of these, shuffle them up. I think I've already moved that marker. So this was the second. I did. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So shuffling these, and they're going right back on the top of the deck. Come on, baby. Just survive. Because it was the end of my turn, and so it's Meadow's turn next. One more. There we go. And cutting. There we go. All right. Putting on the top of the deck. All right. Drawing 2 infected cities. Wha! We got Cairo. Nothing. And London gets 1. Okay. Researcher.
I see London, I see France.
Should I go explore the red area?
What should you do? What should Mayo do? What should Louisa...
I think I should go...
yes, you should go red.
I'm equidistant between Hong Kong and St. Petersburg, aren't I?
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, wait, yes, you are. I thought you were 1 closer to Hong Kong.
I'll go to Hong Kong and cure it.
1, 2, 3.
And I have 5, right? Please tell me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue.
You're done. Out.
Good.
Do it.
Done. Boom.
So our mandatory and our other one, right?
Yes. And we didn't even have to touch the military bases. All right. Virtual high fives.
Huzzah.
Okay. Let's see. So now, draw.
Might be the fastest I have ever won a game of Pandemic.
But that could have.
It was a 10-minute break.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? That could have gone way bad really fast if we didn't have... I'm actually surprised it took so long for that second pandemic to come out. All right. So draw this card at the end of your first game in April before selecting game end upgrades. And this is our win bonus. So we will have to scratch that off, and then we stop, because then we draw the next one next week. All right. Pardon me. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm going to go get a coin.
Talkie amongst ourselves. Talkie.
Good, we're good. I'm just cleaning up my game.
Are we talking? Are we talking? I don't hear talking.
And we're talking.
And we're talking. And we're talking.
Talk.
And or noise, mouth noises.
Yeah.
All right, scratching. Did I win the Powerball? Did I win the Powerball? Did I win a donation, an Extra Life donation? I don't know. I don't know. Because you know what this means is that next month is going to be harder. Our funding level is going to go down. So, man, we could really use some extra support for next month.
Totally could.
Totally could.
It only looks like we know what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Based by the quality audio and video, I mean, clearly we are professionals at this.
How many people do you have watching?
I have no idea. Facebook doesn't want to tell me.
Oh, it should say.
Yeah, it has. Facebook has just given me a shrug. It's like, well, I don't know. Maybe what happens if I refresh the page? I don't know what'll. Oh, I got a like from Liz. Thank you, Liz. Sorry, it took me 44 minutes ago. Sorry, it took me so long to acknowledge your liking of our video. I'm just refreshing the producer, see what... Oh, yeah, there we go. We are still live. We are still live. All right, cool. All right, so our win bonus is...
I'm pretty sure Mayo has no pulse.
For any game played in May, after setup and before the first game begins, remove a faded figure from the board and return it to the supply. Very useful. Very handy. Okay. Okay, so now game end upgrades. We eradicated black. That's huge. I would strongly urge that we apply the positive mutation. Oh, and we get to name it. We get to name black.
Yeah.
Okay, I think another Facebook poll may be in order. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because that worked so well the last.
It did work so well the last time, but we're not naming a person now. Now we're naming a disease.
I kind of like.
For those that weren't for those that aren't aware, we forgot to name our one character last time, so I made a Facebook poll, and we ended up with Expert McExpert Face as our operations expert. So thank you for the wonderful folks in the Board Game Geek group for giving me such a wonderful name. Such a wonderful name for a character. But it's for Extra Life and it's for the kids. So, yeah, I would strongly urge us to go with the positive mutations for black. Do you guys agree with that sentiment?
Yeah. One or two. Because we could potentially get the fourth one for red. What's the fourth one for red?
The fourth one for red is when you remove all cubes of this color from your city. So basically, we all become the medic. Which, that could be kind of good. That could be kind of good.
And the first one for black is we only need 4 cards?
No, the first one for black is you no longer need to be in a research station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to get to the third one before you get to that one less card. So, I don't know. Like that might actually be a good thing because then Mike could play something other than the medic.
Yes.
What do you guys think? Go for it.
Yeah, I say you do the first one for black and the fourth one for red. That's my vote.
How do you feel, winners?
Or shall we do the first two for black?
Those are our options.
Make black very easy to cure.
Potentially. You see, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Is anybody, I don't know if anybody's watching, does anybody have any thoughts about what we ought to do? If anyone out there on the internet could give us an idea, maybe. So if we went with the first two mutations, then for black, that would mean that you would not need to be at a research base, and you no longer have to spend an action. So as soon as you hold 5 black cards, you'd cure black. Which, or 4 if you're the scientist. So it could be, I don't know. I don't think either's a bad choice. I've not actually seen the 4th mutation in play, so I'm kind of curious about that. But you know, it's going to mean that red's going to be that much quicker to get rid of. So,
which is good, because if we all have the power of the medic for red,
like every character,
the medic can do more.
Yeah.
The medic doesn't need to focus in the red.
Right, you can, or whoever medic is, aka you, can go to more places.
Right, which means I'm not having to focus on trying to eradicate red, which
all right. Well, I'm going to start with the first positive mutation on black. Just because I think that's.
We all agree on that.
I think we all agree on that one. So yes, this is a legacy board game, which means we are putting stickers, we are writing on the board, we are changing the rules as we play, we are destroying components, we are unveiling new components. It's never the same game. Never the same game twice. All right, so then the second mutation.
I think having a second disease that's a lot easier to cure, particularly a disease that killed us both games last time.
Easier to cure, or is it just faster?
It's faster. It'll be faster in the sense that you won't need to spend moves to get to a research base, and then you won't even need an action or an action at all. So
right. You have the card, it's done.
Yep. I feel like I could go either way on this, and you know what? I kind of agree with you, Mike, that we were killed by black twice, and I do think that I think having a way to get a handle on black sooner would be a good thing. So I think you've convinced me that it would that it would be a good call to go with the efficient to sequence. Mayo, do you have any strong objections?
Nope. 2 to 1, I'm cool.
Cool. All right.
Part of my voting for the 4th one was this way the medic doesn't have to bounce around red so much and can help us with everything else. And or also, I've never seen it used, so I kind of want to.
Yeah, but at the rate we're going, I think there's a very real possibility we'll be dropping that 4th positive mutation anyway.
I'd be careful about that, because so next month in May, we're going to have 3 objectives that we're going to have to complete based on the layout of the board. So we're going to get new stuff to do next month. So All right.
With more objectives, I do suggest we start at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep. So, for anyone that's watching or anybody that comes across this video, we're going to try to do this Friday nights at 10 o'clock from now until Extra Life Day, which is November 7th. So I'm going to have the Facebook fundraiser is going to be up and available on my Facebook page from now until really the end of the year. If at any point, if anyone would like to make a donation to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, please feel free to utilize that fundraiser. Let me see what else. Clearly, we are broadcast professionals here, so bear with us. Is there anything else you guys can think of to share before we call it a night?
Did we go through everything that was endgame bonuses, all that thing, sir?
Endgame bonus has been revealed. All cards been revealed. At this, I don't really know if it matters when the next epidemic was going to come out. So it was going to come out like 2 or 3 more turns. But no, I think we did a really great job of utilizing our hand strength early and getting rid of red. I'm actually amazed we eradicated black. That was incredible. Cool.
I think we're good.
All right. Next month is going to get even more intense because now all the yellows, it's going to be zombies. Bad things happen with the zombies. And which city is going to be City 0? See, this is interesting. We didn't even identify City 0 this game. But that means that for the very next game, first city that gets a yellow, first card that comes up is going to be City 0. So, all right. Guys, is there anything else you want to...
for watching.
Yep.
And or go to the
Indeed. All right. Mike and Mike, you guys have a great night. Say hi to Danny for me. And anybody that's watching, thanks very much for sticking with us. All right. Have a great night, folks, and we'll see you next week.